Hey friends, hello and welcome to Crafty Charms. Today in this video, I'll be sharing some quick and easy Diwali cards. I'll be using this gorgeous Diwali sentiment die set from Crafty Meraki. They have added some amazing products dedicated to Diwali in their new release, so highly recommend to check them out. Alright, so for my first card, I'm using Solar White Neenah Cardstock as my base, and then I'll be using this beautiful stencil by Altenew. Now I'll be using various distress ink colors to color on top of my stencil, and I'll be using a lot of bright and bold colors for this card. I apologize if stains on my hands are distracting. I was doing alcohol ink project just some time ago. Now no matter how hard I rub, this stains just won't go. Now I really find these blender brushes very helpful for blending, and I had got 5 of these for like 10 bucks from Amazon, and I think they are just game changer for me. So if you are struggling with blending, you might want to give these brushes a try. So just popping some colors here and there. Stenciling is easiest way to create stunning cards quickly. Alright, for this card I'll be using glitter foam sheet to die cut Happy Diwali sentiment, and just putting masking tape on top of it to make sure it is in place while I die cut. Now make sure you go easy while peeling off the sentiment from the foam sheet. You don't want to break the delicate curves of letters. I'll be using outline to put sentiment in place on the card. Tweezers are big help when dealing with delicate die cuts. Alrighty, so I must admit it was a bit of struggle to adhere sentiment onto cardstock, but I do figure out a better way to do this in my next card, so stay tuned for it. For my next card, I'll be using Neenah Solar White Cardstock, and I'll be using this star stencil from Cartabella. This card will be a bit different from first card, as I will not be stenciling directly on top of white paper. I'll be creating starry background, and I'll be using distress inks to create that effect. So just applying both violet and blue colors randomly on the paper. Alright, once you are satisfied with your blending, put stencil on top of your card and use some masking tape to make sure it is fixed properly. I'll be applying colors on top of existing colors directly. So the blue goes on top of blue and purple goes on top of purple. You can see from your stencil what color is below on your card, and you should use that as a guide to apply color. So as you apply more and more color, the color gets saturated than compared to what you have in background, and it will create stunning results once you lift off your stencil. Alright, once you're happy with your blending on top of your stencil, you can lift off the stencil. And I'll zoom in a bit, you can see this beautiful effect clearly. Alright, for this card, I'll be using silver glitter foam sheet. I'm using C6 die cut machine to cut out the sentiment from foam sheet. So once you die cut, peel off the sticker from the back for the inner sentiment. Optionally, use tweezers if you find it hard to do it with your fingers. Now put entire sentiment on the card, give it a little tap with some pressure and use tweezers to pull out outer border of the sentiment. Now it's okay if you had accidentally peeled out sticker paper from your outer border, you can use tweezers easily to pull the border out. Looking back, I think I could have used some masking paper to glue the sentiment. However, this approach is much better from the one I did for the first card. Alright, I have used Neenah Solar white cardstock and fold it into half to create cards. I have then cut it into half so I can get two cards of 4¼ by 5½ inch. Now just gluing everything together using my Elmer's tape runner. And that's all for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this Diwali card making sesh, and I can't wait to see what you create next. Thanks so much for watching.